Won't be too much longer. Quite finished setting it up yet. Too long. Good evening, guys. Welcome back to the channel, and you all are going to be very annoyed that it's not American Truck Simulator. Blame Gorgle. He is the one who can be abused for all this travesty, shall we say. Says he wants help. Where the heck is he now? Oh, he's there. Right. Hello Azareth, welcome back to the channel. Gorgle, the all-powerful mind changer at work again, I see. You don't know how to cut a tree. Yes, but what? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I mean, all you're going to do is freaking put it into a wood chopper. That didn't work. I mean, Granted, I know what you're saying, because the fact is that you'll get more in there, but, I mean, the farm's only there. It's not exactly a problem. Why are we killing all the trees anyway? Or you wanted to plant some more, so we've got extra excess wood. Want to get rid of all of them here. We need trees. Can't put them all down. Due to the fields. There you go, I'll let you chop them all. I mean, to be honest, there's not really exactly a problem here. I mean, there's plenty of space here. You could keep a few trees. We'll just get rid of the ones on the outer edge. Put all the trees down, you won't have any supply of wood. That's glitched. Hello Andy. Welcome back to the channel. Hello, hello. How's things? Good. You? Why is that glitched? Now where's it gone? Oh, great. Could have gone anywhere. Don't know where that's gone. No idea. I find it more satisfying using the axe than I do using the chainsaw. A few loose bits in here, but doesn't matter. I'll drop in. I don't think there's really any problem doing it this way. I mean, we ain't really got a major issue with, like, taking it anywhere. I mean, the fact you can just pick it up. If you have tons of logs, it'll take it half an hour to take it all off. So, nope. See? Excuse me. Oh dear. I caused a problem then. Hey! There's a bit of tree here that we can't even... Oh, I can pick it up. There we go. Might have to get on the back of it. Has ATS permanently gone now? No. Blame Gorgle. And the fact is, he can't get enough for Farming Simulator at the moment. For God's sake. No, not again. That's twice I've done that now. For God's sake. Where's the rest of it? Was that like a weed or something? It's definitely a tree branch. I'll fill it up. Started, so I'll finish. Very well. I don't know if I can do anything with that apart from drive over it, maybe. Hang on. There we go. Had it then. Where is it? The only problem when you cut trees down in long grass. Pain. There it is. I think that's it all. I'm eating cookies from 1869. I don't believe you. I assume the company who first manufactured them came out that year, or was started in that year, shall we say. Caddy, Farm Sim consumes all. We all succumb to it eventually. Anyway, I ain't got my wheel set up in front of me, so you have to bear with me. Have you done? It's actually bright and sunny. Move maps. This is a map in Texas, so you would expect it to be sunny there. What's the plan for this bit of land anyway? I don't know, ask Google. Shoot. I was going to move it forward slightly, then strap it on. That didn't work. Oh, not again. For God's sake. This super strength mod's a good idea, but it's also a pain in the arse. Reason being is it's so easy to pick up the vehicle rather than what you're trying to carry. What? English Google. Oh, I'll try that again. Every time I tune in, it's a different farm. Well, we have been working on this farm for a few weeks now. A couple of weeks, easily. There's a tree there. Yes, Gorgle. Probably Gorgle. I mean, I do have sympathy for him. I'm not going to lie. Come to the cow barn. Least he can do is let me drop this off first. Norwich get battered everywhere they go. Norwich get battered everywhere they go. Everywhere they go. Well, yes, obviously. Right, I will dump that there, and I will sort that in a second. Who wants manure? That's not going to help his ear. Why? How will that help his ear? Ugh. Get out, Gorgle. Wreck ban. Right, let's get these off. Onto the sawmill. It's over here. Not yet, Gorgle. On. There. Well, at least get a couple of more fields done before we sleep. Reason being is there's a bit of crop we can grow in March. May as well take advantage of it. No point wasting time. It's spring. You don't want to be wasting time not putting crops in the ground. What have we done? The police are going to have to report you for unsecure load and load not loaded properly, lol. Ah. I mean, if you did it exactly by the book, it would take you probably an hour to load it. So, as far as I'm concerned, as long as it's loaded and it's secure, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you're not going to get any extra points for securing it properly, so what's the difference? A minute. Yeah, right. I think that's enough wood for now. Okay, so for the purposes of a Chaddy, I think I better escort him around the farm before I do anything else. So, I'm going to start over here. So, over here we have field with oats in, which hasn't been fully fertilised, stupid AI. Let me go and resolve that before anything else happens. Now, having said that, he is on his own. A few vehicles up there I could do with shifting. That one as well. Let the AI finish off and then... Hey! Google just stop him. I didn't. No. Maybe I caught the button and not realised them. Yeah, I did. Come on. There we go. Stupid thing. Right. I expect a voice note in the chat later, lol. Oh, you'll be getting one, trust me. I like using the front loaders to load things like that, but it does take a fair amount of time. Yes. Yes, so we've got a first shed here. We have a load of solid fertiliser, lime, and mineral feed, and just empty buckets, basically. Yes, because I've just set him to. Well, he was, unless you've disabled him again. What the hell? It keeps stopping manually on its own. Huh? Tell you what, I'm going to restart the server. That sounds like a server fault. That looks like a server fault, that one. So, let's get it restarted again. Really, Gorgle? Stop pricking around. Right. Don't go. Right. Right, I'll go back to what I was discussing now before Gorgle was being a pain in the arse. Leave the AI to fertilise the field. One thing I'm trying to figure out right now is why I'm only getting like 16 FPS on OBS. And I should be getting 60. I don't know how it looks at your end, stream-wise. If it looks alright or not, or whether it looks laggy. I've not heard anyone mention about it. I think it's been like that for a few days now. Looks alright game side, it just looks a bit strange. On the capture card, basically. Or OBS's and one or the other. So, anyway. So we've got an absolute multitude of vehicles, a ridiculous amount of vehicles. So many so, I don't know where half the stuff is parked half the time. We've got seeders, harvesters. Then we end. A tandem. Several different trucks, including the pink trailer. Standard trailer. More harvesters. I mean, it's just ridiculous. More harvesters. Tandem. Volvo B&L. Insane the amount of stuff we've got here. Oh look, another seeder. And another more combines. More tractors. Roller machine, crane. Plows. Stuff in here as well. Oh, hello Cam, welcome back to the channel. It is a long time since you've been in here. Yes, molasses, of course. Hello dog. You brought me the ball, have you? Where's the ball gone? Assume Goggle must have picked it up. Dogs can go over walls. Another shed, which isn't really utilised much. More for like storing vehicles that we know we're going to use. Beast of a Scania T, we've got a couple of these. Turning workshop there, and then the sawmill, as you've seen before. Over there we've got another like storage shed for all sorts of vehicles, and we've also got cattle farms. We've got cows, horses, sheep, pigs. Way station there. Come on, Gorble. Move. I didn't know what liming a field was. First time I saw one, I thought it had snowed, but then I was like, why is there no snow anywhere else and only this field? Yes. Oh, blow it. I'm going to get in the vehicle. Show them around. I didn't really need to bring the trailer, but I thought, well, I will anyway. Yeah, so we've got a couple of storage units over here as well. Quite interesting. We've got wood stored in one. Very nice. Not really much else to see. I don't think there's anything in this one. No. These buildings here are supposed to help the AI with GPS. Do they work? Questionable. In here we've got another ton of vehicles and tractors. This is the amount of vehicles we've got. Ain't got much in here, to be fair. We're starting to fill it up again. How are you stuck? Well, I'm not surprised that you went on the weighed station at such a stupid angle. I'm not surprised you're stuck. There you go. Have a couple of rollers. Cows. You get to 360 subs tonight, it'd be nice, Azareth. And your heap. Not really much to write home about that. Pigs. probably going to be explaining what we've got on the farm at least for another 5 minutes yet. Huge, this farm. Deep. And really, it's only took us a good couple of weeks to build. Google's expert driving, not. A couple of cellular attendants, because they make you money. Here we've got a ton of bees. Got a beast. Kenworth, A100. Or as Lizard, as it's called, because Kenworth's not a recognised brand. Honey on the ground again. Here we've got our horses, which are not very happy. Why, I don't know. Something I still need to get on top of. Over here, this fencing gate, by the way, is modded. For MAN. For purposes of dispatching stuff from the greenhouses. So we've got tomatoes. Lettuces. And strawberries. Here says hay pallets. That's probably why they're not happy then. That would actually make sense, thinking about it. Not something I've considered looking at. Know a couple of vehicles that we use for moving materials, as and when needed. A big massive trailer that I can never drive with a truck. It's that big. Here, which I will run to now. Before I go back to the other side. By the way, this running thing is a mod. Allows you to get around the farm quicker. So over here we've got grapes and olives, which are currently growing. Need to sort this area out because Google made an absolute mess with the texture tool, and I still hate him for it. Here, I think I'm going to put more cows eventually. When we can. And here we have an absolute ton of steak and Aberdeen Angus. I think it's about 800 here, something like that. Ridiculous amount. More storage here for trailers and trucks and other vehicles. As and when we get around to parking them all. More bits of machinery. More sheds. A few silos. This one we use for TMR. And then we've got, obviously, filling tubes. More storage. And we've even got our own repair shop on site. So you don't have to go to the shop and repair vehicles in here, as and when needed. So, and that really, there's not really much else to really show you, apart from what's on the other side of the farm, which I will now show you. So over here, we have all sorts. So we've got 3 silos for seeds, so don't have to worry about going to buy bags. We've got a flat bottom bin here for storing crop. Over here we have all sorts also. Got basically a mine, so to speak. One of these days we might do something with it. Over here I think we have a pizzeria and a restaurant. We sell produce too. Tailor shop, which you still need to consider to close. Cereal factory, again we haven't done anything with that yet. Carpenter, I mean we've got 2 on site, so we don't on the map, so we can do we get the dual. Dairy, and we've got another silo there for fermenting silage. Grape processing unit, so that's where we'll be taking our grapes and raisins when we have them grown. And we've got a biogas plant, which takes your manure in, basically, and slurry turns it into energy, essentially. That, I think, is pretty much it. I don't think there's anything I've missed. Oh, I've missed this. Sugar mill, iron furnace, and the paper factory. Pet accessories factory, shingle factory, that's it. Grab the Volvo, you want me to drive the Ovlov? Where's the Ovlov? Which Volvo? The bucket or the actual truck? The bucket. Ah. Obscene amounts of vehicles. Yeah, you're not wrong there, Andy. A lot of the time, I don't know where anything is. It takes me like 5-10 minutes to find a vehicle sometimes. A greenhouse. Do you have heat lamps in there as well? I don't need them in Texas. Where are you, Google? Anyway, I can't see you. Hello, Krasa. Welcome back to the channel. Oh, you're by the mine. Right. I mean, come on. Is there any point you having a schedule anymore? You can blame Google, Krasa. I mean, I have got another couple of days before the event finishes on ATS, so I've still got time yet. I think I only need to do another couple of locations anyway, and then we're done. So... let's just take that, it's almost full. What happened to ATS tonight? Cancelled in favour of a attempt to get a 360th subscriber. You're growing hemp. No. PSA, please redirect all complaints regarding changing the stream schedule to Mr. Gorgle. Thank you. You're going to make a schedule, at least stick to it. If not, why make a schedule? Yes, yes, I know, Krasa. Fighting talk there. I was going to try and be clever, but I don't think that's going to work. There's a tree there that's in mid-air. What the heck? That's a glitch. No. Said trees now causing me problems. Some of that I'll end up on the floor. Oh, well, behave. Floating tree, yeah. Not noticed it before now. Notice that when you put trees, sometimes they stay there. You need to give them a little nudge to drop. Sometimes, yeah. This is where it gets a pain in the arse because the ground there's a little bit raised compared to the rest of it. Need to try and get this right now. Why is it full? Try it from the other side, it might be a bit easier. I was talking to Terence about you rescheduling farms and we blamed it on Google. It's quite interesting because Terence hasn't commented anything about how well Farm Sim seems to be doing. It's quite funny, to be fair. Hopefully, once that has been completely filled and there's none left on the ground, hopefully I might be able to flatten the land a bit easier. All over the place there. Oh, we crashed into the building. Well, I plan to next week, Razza, that's the thing. I've known it's doing well now, and I've known really for like the past week, and it seems to be getting more and more views the more I'm doing it. So it's now going to get to that point where it will literally like be centre stage, I guess, at least for the moment. So pain in the arse. Good groundwork, you. Very much fault. Put that excavator there. right, but is there like a collision texture on the pipe for this thing? Seems to be very difficult to pick up in past a certain point. I have to come in from the side, and I've just dropped it off. For God's sake. It's like what I've got here. Well, I'm not going to lie, Krasser, but I think Terence has run out of ideas, so I probably wouldn't listen to him that much. He's really struggling at the minute. What the hell? That's one way to sort it out, I guess, is move it. Move it out of the way. That's actually quite a genius plan, actually. Move it out of the way. Like that. Brainwave there. Struggling in more ways than one. He's got freaking health problems, a cough that he can't seem to get rid of. He freaking sprained one side of his ribs a couple of weeks ago. His channel's freaking falling apart, basically. He's struggling to get growth. And I've noticed that, and it's like, come on. And then he says Farming Simulator is a load of rubbish, and it's like, well, you know. Yeah, there's definitely a collision there. Oh, in fact, I've got post, that's why. Right. That's annoying, I didn't get that last little bit. Might just spray the ground, to be fair, and try and flatten it a bit more. Anyway, let's move on from this topic of rescheduling streams, because, to be honest, I think it's a bit boring. Yes, Andy, he did. That's what I believe it is. Well, that's what I think it is, anyway. Should be able to paint over it, and I can flatten it. So, doesn't matter about that small bit. Continues to reproduce anyway, so it's not a problem. So, we try and flatten it. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Ah, yeah, it is. Flattened it a little bit anyway. Well, sort of. More. Yeah, I just saw that. I don't think I... You know what? I don't think I can, you know. I think the building's stopping it. Hang on, let me try and level it up to like the same little height. Better? No. That might make it easier actually, now it's all the same height in that area. And that'll work. What you've got to remember, Kraz, I do have a right to change the schedule at any time. this thing. What's that doing there? Okay, I'll pick that up. Good to see you. I don't know what that's doing there. It is. One thing about these Volvo excavators, they don't give your arms a workout when you're driving them. Bit there as well. Random. Might as well pick it up. Oh, for God's sake. I've got the freaking pipe. Who put that pipe there? Oh, that's an embarrassing moment for me. I think I'm still too close to it. Now I'm right. That was embarrassing. Yeah, I know what the pipe's for. Just say you put that pipe there. Anyway, let's move on from scheduling purposes. So I'll be a fool really not to take advantage of this interesting trend that Farming Simulator seems to be giving at the moment. So I do have the end of this month to stream ATS, it's not a problem. Doesn't finish till the 2nd, the event, so well, that's that done anyway. So how's the AI doing with regards to fertilising? They've got to be close to being done now. Looking good. I'll take over for this last little bit. There's a bit further down that needs to be redone that we've missed. The Kansas event, Andy. Oh, that's minging. That's going to need a wash when it's finished. I think I've only got like another 2 or 3 places to take jobs to, so that's only going to take probably an hour at most. So I'm not too concerned about it. I mean, if I had still like half of them, I'd be like, ugh. I should have got to stream that tonight, but I can get away with it. Are you using Courseplay for the AI, or is it just a default game at AI at work? We've got a mod, haven't we, Google, for the AI? Something or other. Yeah, that's, I think it's that mod that Azareth is referring to. I think. Besides that bit there, right at the end that it hasn't covered, there is, all the way down. That's quite funny. It's not a Courseplay. I don't know. I just download these mods and half the time don't even bother checking what they are. Or even know what they are. Typical, missed a bit there. Back to that. What you want to seed in 12 and 14? Don't know yet. And 15. Don't know. I want at least one of every field type. For obvious reasons. Apart from poplar, I'm not bothered about that. I mean, it's just trees for all said and done. I mean, that one. If we can do that, we've got a spare field, I don't mind. But that's probably the last thing to seed. I want to give the AI a go, but they can be quite annoying without mods. They're quite annoying with mods as well. They miss half a field sometimes. In field 1, just over there, that you can just see to the distance, we've got some potatoes in there. And it missed the edges of the field. So I had to come back and... how can I put it? Finish it off. This field we've got oats, I believe. And they didn't do the edge down there either. Right. Finish this top bit first. No. We've already got potatoes in this field. In that field, should I say. I'm in 12. I'll let you know what we're going to plant in there when I come and have a look. Got a couple of canola, haven't we? So we don't need any more canola. Wheat, I think we've got a wheat field somewhere. I think. How can I miss a small bit like that? I mean, seriously? I don't know whether if you want to get the other machine going, I'll help me finish this field off. Be done quicker. Oh, has it got the what's in it? That. That's annoying. Now, we haven't put any lime down on this field, but I mean, you don't really need it unless it pops up, so. Ah, hello Baldy, welcome back to the channel. Very well. Right. So you've got, don't forget the outside goggle all the way round. That hasn't been done either. And there's a couple of sections down the bottom by the sheds that's not been done. Right, so field 12. Just go to there and then I'll run down to it. This field, goggle started and we'd never finished it, which is quite funny. So I wouldn't mind trying to get a bit more wheat growing in here, even if it means 2 separate harvests. But who took this fence out? They put a fence here and it's been taken away. Wreck ban. And what's going on here? Like, started creating a field and then stopped, started, stopped, stopped, started again. What's this? I'm the only one who could actually plough a field straight. I get that impression. Tell you what, before I do, because that is annoying me somewhat, even though I don't have OCD, but maybe people think I probably do, I'm going to get a plough. Finish that off. Right. Oh, I do. I might as well wash it. Is there any life on Mars? Well, people say there is, but I mean, if you believe in Martians, then you'll believe in anything. I do like this track though because it's so easy to manoeuvre. It's quite good for ploughing. Oops. Will you ever visit Mars? I don't think so, Baldy. I have no intentions of going to Mars. The only problem with this thing is it's so wide. I end up crashing into everything with it. One way to get out. I could have gone along the main road and used the gate on the other side, but I thought I'd come in this end since the gates, the fence is no longer present. Thanks to probably Google or Homer, one of them two anyway. Right, let me see if I can try and straighten this up a little bit. Don't need the extension, so possibly need more thing in this trailer. Well, let me know if you do. I'll go and buy some and I'll fill it up. That's a thought. Need to move that in a bit more. Otherwise I'm going to create... Having said that, I could create a slightly wider field. It wouldn't really make any odds. So... fair. Might as well make the field wider. Save me having to tidy it up so much. Wider at some point anyway, you can see. So. Let's go back over it a minute. Put the extension on, make it easier. Cost a lot more in plane rides, or rocket ride I should say. Is there any life on Uranus? I don't know, Baldy, but there might be in yours. can't wait to get one of these tank-like tractors. Yeah, they're quite expensive, as well. If you might as well just download the bank management mod. Just cheat. I mean, there's quite a lot of people that do that. Come on. That's it. I am here just not talking. How comes that is the case, Ben? Why are we not talking? I wish there was a way you could have one side folded in and one side opened. It's so much easier. You know what? I'm going to move it in slightly. Come on, you've got the power to do it. Just trying to observe where it's a bit not straight. It's a little bit down there, but I'm not too bothered about it. It's more up here. Bothered about it, so need to get that last leg in a little bit. It should be alright there. Just want to maximise the space we've got. The field. You know what, I am going to go to the edge on this one. Take it all. Why not? So, in that case, because I'm going to do that, I'm going to fold it back in. Just do a small bit all the way along. Might as well. I mean, just wasted space, that really. Just brushes more than anything. So might as well utilise it and just use it all. So hello, dear. Just a bit there. After all, grass and vegetation doesn't really make you any money, so I do the field a little bit more. Typical. Hit the other fence. Take it my comment was filtered because I used a naughty word. Well, yeah, I assume so. Don't forget, comments do get filtered if you use an expletive. Should be common knowledge, that. Typical missed them again. The reason why I missed that is because I was too worried about the fence and now I've gone too far. What I might do is I might just add an extra bit here anyway. Just for argument's sake. What I might do is I might actually put a gate in between these two areas and then put a road in there. Yeah, you need a refill. Hang on. Let me finish this and then I haven't got much to do now. He says. Come on, you've got the power, you should be able to pull it off the fence. Sure, I pressed Y, I didn't. Apparently. Know what I will do? I'll cheat to do the rest. Take the ground. Right, where's Mr. Gorgle? I assume he's still where he is. Well, he is. Right. Am I going to have to bring a tanker to you? Or a truck, should I say. Yeah. Right. There's nothing in that. Nope. I'll use that. Should be able to use that for it anyway. I think. Actually, no, I better not. I better use the red one. Wherever it is. There's a red trailer gone. What the hell is it? Combine, combine. Oh, that's not combine. That's the F-16. That's that olive thing. Ah, there it is. It's still full of mining stuff. Typical. Hopefully I can get rid of it. That question, Gorgle, where did you drop the frickin' mine stuff off at? I assume it's going to be somewhere around here. I actually see where he took it to be fair. It wasn't dairy, I think it was round here. Sugar mill. What I am tempted to do is tip it out somewhere and then pick it up another time. But, or just unhitch this. Or buy another one. I mean, that's what I'll do. Just buy another one. Now. Finally moving up to 1440p. Got an LG 27-inch on the way. It won't get here until the 14th of February. Ouch! Where have you ordered that from? Coming from abroad or something? 14th of February. Jesus. It's like 2 weeks away. Welcome to El Shop. Right, trailers. Where's that one that we bought? There it is. Probably from Terence. I mean, that's ridiculous. A long wait, that. Must be coming from abroad, surely. Is my comment filtered again? I can only assume so, Ben. Amazon, but a different seller. Somewhere in Ireland. I'm not sure why it's taking that long, though. Sounds a bit dodgy, that. If it's only coming from Ireland, it should be here within a few days. Is it brand new or used? Sounds like it's coming from a private seller. Well, it should be obvious, Ben, that swear words are going to be filtered. Ah, hello Homer, welcome back to the channel. What did the baby corn say to the mama corn? Where's popcorn? Really? Get out! Right, I will come and find you, Gorgle. Target practice with the weed. Right. Oh, did you bring the other one over? Or did you drop it somewhere? Ah, difficult. Says he's gone. Want to have food. Never read that. I don't know where he's put it then. I assume he must have abandoned it somewhere. Ah, anyway, I've just thought I bought this anyway thinking that he needed emptying. I've not thought about it. Why does my brain sometimes decide that it doesn't want to work? I've just realised what on earth I was meant to do. I was meant to buy fertiliser and then never did. Oh, I don't know. Does it ever work? I don't think it ever does, Andy, no. Sometimes it does. Anyway. If it's the only place you could get it for the price, it sounds as if it was quite a good deal, possibly meaning some sort of scam seller. I thought that myself. It's coming from Kildare in the Republic of Ireland. Could be border things, I don't know. It's a legit business, what I can tell. Sounds like it has a fat delay, probably in Dublin, for purposes of customs. Anyway. One there is still full as well, fertiliser. Apparently that's been fertilised yet, it doesn't look like it has. What I will do to make things easier is I'll just buy a ton of bags. Fill this up. Should be close to being enough. They should disappear once they're empty. But sometimes they can be a bit awkward. Steve's brain only works when Steve is drinking. Is there a schedule coming up for this week? There will be. I'll be producing it after the stream. I'll load the rest. I'll check those are empty in there. Should be, but sometimes it will glitch and it won't always empty them. So there's another way to do this. Get a Volvo, build a Volvo up, and then just tip it in. But nope. It'll be Brexit delay in my monitor. Boo. Probably. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. To be fair. Oh, for God's sake. Oh dear. That's gone wrong. As I say, the super strength mod is very handy. However, it can also be a pain in the arse. All it takes is you to pick it up and a truck or a vehicle not realise, and then you move that instead of what's actually what you want to do. So it's always quite amusing. Remember we see. Hey! Epic fail moments of Farming Simulator. I mean, it brought me closer to me, so I suppose it wasn't that bad. You're supposed to tick cows, not the trucks, Steve. How full are we? Is that it? 18%. Oh my god, I'm going to be here for ages yet. Need at least another 16, 24, something like that. 24 probably. Come on. Yep. I'll be done quicker with a Volvo, to be fair. Oh, you've been a pain. Having said that, with this being such a big trailer in terms of capacity, 25% would probably fill that machine. So, tempted just to take this back. Drive next to bags and select key, it'll fill the trailer. Yeah. Never thought of that, to be fair. You wanted fertiliser, didn't you? This is fertiliser. That's lime. That explains the problem earlier then. Urgh. Tell you what. We need fertiliser anyway, so... I'll find somewhere to put this. In fact... That's got 78%, okay. No point putting it in there. And we'll find somewhere to put this. And then we'll come back for more lime. So you don't really need to lime a field unless it requests to, really. I mean, fertiliser's far more efficient. Hey! this? I have an idea. Give me a cedar. Tip it into a cedar. Because you can put fertiliser on the ground at the same time as sowing seeds. So it might as well be putting 1 or 2 or 3 depending on what we have to hand. The frickin' cedar's gone. Ah, yeah, they're all up there, aren't they? Well, I might as well utilise it. We're going to need it anyway. Might as well put lime in the potatoes as well. Since I've already fertilised that field. No lime in potatoes? Ah, okay. You don't need them for that then. It's a bit of a strange resource, lime, anyway. Because it's like... It's like, you know, just a bit weird. Ah, am I going to have to... manually carry my way out of this? There we go. No, I want fertiliser in here. In the cedar. Oh yeah, come here then. It'd be quicker than me coming over. Thinking button's not there to open the frickin' cedar again. N, isn't it? Or A, should I say. Pain in the arse why it's not there. Right. So. I don't think there's any way to pick this up, is there, without... Yeah, I can say it'd have to be the bucket, won't it? So, I will don't envy farmers in real life. I thought it was just a case of plough field, seed it, harvest it. I was done. I was wrong. Might as well fill it with these because we need it anyway. So, even though Google says it was a dumb idea, it wasn't. Actually, it had a purpose, even if it means it's going to take him longer to finish his field. But probably a mod where you could drive over that and pick it up, to be fair, as well. But move out of the way a little bit. So So I assume once we've done this field, we can probably put fertiliser down, assuming we need it. What I need to have on my screen at any one time is just a list of all the crops. So I can just tab it into each one. Looks like sugar, to be fair. Ah, he's finally coming with the excavator. My Google's having a nightmare there. I broke it. Don't blame me. Doesn't work. Doesn't look like you're low enough to the ground with it. There's an actual map for Farm Sim which contains a graveyard. I know a way you can get more views, Steve. Next time you do Farm Sim, call it Clarkson's Farm. As if there's a lot more to it, especially considering over here you've got weather to think about. I mean, lots of farmers have lost crops and animal food recently due to the recent flooding. Well, yeah. I'm shocked that doesn't work. I'm surprised that won't pick up with that. Let me try. I'm going to go from this attack differently. Not the only way to do that is going to be filling it manually. There's got to be a way, because otherwise how would you get fertiliser in the bloody machine? Well, yeah, with bags. That's what I mean. But it's just spreading it when you drive over it, basically. Bucket needs to be flat. That's got some damage, to be fair, so that won't help, but still not quite flat. Might need to be a bit lower. Ah, here we go. I got like 6% on that one, so it does work. Come on, have a go. I'm gonna say, there's got to be a way for it to go in the excavator. Carry everything else in it, so why not that? I mean... It's not exactly a very big hole to fill that either. I'm not quite sure how much you're going to get in here. Yeah, tipping some of it back on the floor. It's not even gone in fact. Missed. How's it missed? I wonder. You might have to tip it, sort of like... Oh, it's the kind of fertiliser apparently. Does it have to be liquid? Oh, hang on. It's filled it now. That's full, so... Okay. I'll go and take this one. I'll move this one out of the way now, and then I'll come and pick up the other one. Oh, I've missed a comment further up somewhere. Gaming with Jackson, I think it was. Welcome to the stream. We have got the server locked, to be fair, so... Just 2 people, so... Hate living in a flat, I swear. A guy below me just had someone hit his motor, bashed the front left tyre all in. Now I'm the one listening to him shouting under me. Oh dear. I'm going to turn it round. Probably be easier. Big thank you to Gaming with Jackson for joining the stream anyway. Yeah, that's filling up. 42%. This one will probably be filled. What's left on the ground? To be fair, this was another job we needed to do, so I mean, gone the long way around it, but doesn't matter. Achieves the same task at the end. That's full. So another one up here, was that it? I think that's it, isn't it? So there's just a two. Okay. I'll take that other one back. And then we'll go and get... I'm sure we've got a third somewhere. Seed field 12. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You might as well go by the line. And I'll feed that one. And work out what I'm going to seed. Did finish ploughing, didn't I? I think I did. Now I'm going to go with you. You've still got that field to finish. I really need to get to the bottom of why this bloody wheel in this game just jerks all the time. Absolute pain in the arse. I don't have that problem in any other game. It's just this game for some reason. Seed FH, Steve. FH stands for Field Head. Check on the map in a moment what we've already got down on the ground. I know we've got some potatoes and we've got oats. I want to go in there. That's somebody's house. Ah, the gate's been taken away here as well. Oh. This also hasn't been rolled yet. Thinking about it. So we've got potatoes in there, oats in 2, canola in 4, 7, and all them lot. I mean, Jesus. I think we'll have a field of we've got wheat in 11 and 13. We ain't got any corn yet. We ain't got sunflowers. Cotton we've got in that one in the bottom corner. It's dead. Didn't roll this field. This field's not been rolled. Google's gone anyway, so what's the point in that? Bringing the seeder all the way down and then he just disappears. Oh dear. Right. Well, this field needs rolling before I do anything else. So, bring both seeders down. Park them next to each other. We've got those ready for when I do it. What I am going to do then is finish liming because I want to get that field finished. We'll move on to anything else then, since he's already gone. I'll just take the sodding thing over. Steve, how do you know Terence, by the way? Did you go to school together? No, Azareth, we didn't. It was a random day where I was in Liverpool bus spotting, and he so happened to be around that day. That's how we met. So he lives in St Helens, I live all the way over in Ellesmere Port, so you've got the River Mersey and pretty much the whole Liverpool City region to travel through. Oh dear. I'm going to do it the lazy way. Save having to drive round. Might be able to get her off. Or not. Knew there'd be a danger to go too far. Liquid fertilizer. There's the line. So. Before we do anything else, I'm going to wash this vehicle. And I said you're going to go into the field again, but it won't go as mucky. Ah, hello, Google. Never known someone to be so ill like him. Doesn't look after himself, Andy, that's the problem. Too much YouTube. That's what it is. He's not active enough. He's not getting out enough. Ultimately, that's what's causing it. Although, to be honest, I still don't think... I don't know, I'm still dubious about meeting him anywhere until he gets rid of the cough. Don't know how much more I'm going to need, so we'll see. No, Brett and Ant and I think Aaron's been near him. They haven't seemed to have bought anything from him, but I still don't want to take the risk. It's not worth it. Well, yeah, apparently it does, from what he was saying. So, personally, I think it could be like COPD or something like that. It seems like symptoms of it, in a way, but that doesn't explain the blood. So the only other thing it could be is that he's coughed that hard. It's, I don't know, put a hole in his esophagus or something. I don't know, something's not right. But the fact they haven't done anything about it concerns me. It's like, you know, if he's coughing up blood, that's a warning sign. But his problem, he's got to deal with it, and he isn't. So, I mean, he's got booked for a specialist in March, but still 2 months away yet. Well, depending when it is. Anything from like 5 to 9 weeks away. So. But anyway, I might try and do what Homer suggested in a moment. He says that'll work. Didn't know that was a thing, to be fair. Ah, typical. Drop that bag. Try it. Yeah. Does work. That's quite clever, actually. I never thought about that before. I'll keep that in mind. That's quite handy. The lazy way to do it, mind you, but get another bag in, maybe. coughs that hard during stream that after he's finished coughing, he sounds hoarse. Yeah, it's been like that now for a couple of, well, must be about a couple of months now. Well, not far off. Well, that's pretty much full, so I'm not going to get another bag in there. Yeah, coughing as hard as he does, it could be small blood vessels and the esophagus rupturing, which I guess you'd prefer it to be that than potentially another more serious condition. Well, yeah, I think anyone would. But what you've got to remember is that that part of your body is probably the most delicate. I mean, you know, eventually it could get to a point where it can't heal itself, and then he ends up having struggling eating and that sort of stuff, which isn't really something you want to be suffering with either. So if I can get this over. So I don't know, I mean, that's probably what it is, because they couldn't seem to find anything else when they ran tests. Am I going to have to change the jump height so I can get over it? That's it. Right. So that's probably what it is, but state of our NHS, as if it's an absolute how can I put it? It's diabolical, but it is what it is. Keep getting cuts every year. Service gets worse. And you know it's getting worse when all the pharmacies are closing. That doesn't help. Yeah. Oh. I think I'll get the AI to do that. No, hang on. It's not going to, is it? It's going to be annoying, I reckon. I might have to do the rest of it myself. I'll get the AI to do this bit. Oh, there's a field there. There we go. Right. I'll do the bits that it can't freaking do. Follow it now because there's not much left to do. And then I'll make a start with the other field down the bottom, but we'll roll it first for purposes of the fact is it needs it once the seed goes down. So as well. I think you can roll it before you put the seed down as well. I don't think it really matters, but I'll do it in the order it recommends it. So I'll take a roller down with me. Blame the government. Well, yeah. I mean, that's a lot to do with it. I read a stat last week, a graph of some description, and it came back with like previous, like late 90s to like 2013 years, wasn't it? Conservatives have been in power, so yeah, so looking about 2011, 2010, and it basically meant the waiting list on the NHS went down by the end of the reign, and then as soon as the Conservatives took over, it's gone up. So all privatisation of elements of the NHS as well, and staff shortages, and staff not getting paid and that sort of stuff. What's that bit uncovered? Ah, there we go. It was a bit delayed. These little bits, it might not even let me cover, it's that small. Seems to see. No. There was a bit at the bottom somewhere, I think, that needed covering as well. Turn it off so I can go a bit faster. Do you think a change in government could change things? Well, I don't know, to be honest. I mean, I think certain things will change, and you'll probably find a lot of the issues that have been created by the Conservatives will probably be sorted out within a year or two. But the problem is, Starmer's not exactly a very likeable leader. So, I don't know. I mean, you could end up with a hung parliament, which is absolutely no use to anyone. And the chances are that's probably what's going to happen. But I don't think the Conservatives are going to get a very good vote this time. I think they'll be pretty much wiped off the map. Apart from maybe their safe seats, and even some of those they might not retain. But I think the majority of it's going to turn red. And then probably not quite enough to win the election. So some of it might go Lib Dem. You'll still have some Conservative seats because, let's face it, still quite a lot of people that will vote Conservative regardless of what happens. Particularly the older generation, because they don't know any different, or they tend to vote for them because that's just what we do. That's typically the age range that you're going to expect to vote Conservative, is probably over 65s. Probably because of the triple lock against pensions. That is not wanted to cover, so I don't suppose they're going to be able to do any of that. There's a bit over here as well. I'm sure there was something over here. Hello Aaron, welcome back to the channel. Well, there was, but there might not have been. No, I think the AI's done a reasonable good job, to be fair. Yeah, that's okay. Well, I will take this away, and then I will pick up a roller. Take that on the way down. If I get that done tonight, I'll get it done. If I don't, well, I can leave it till next time. The triple lock thing is obviously a reason why the older generation will vote Conservative, because that seems to be a big thing that Conservatives love, is giving pensioners decent pensions. Not like I'm against it, not at all, but you know, they work hard, and people who have retired should be entitled to a good retirement. Right, that with me. I think there's several factors, isn't there, that's ruined the Conservative government. Obviously, you had. Personally, I think it all started when Cameron decided to leave after voting for Brexit. I mean, if he didn't like the question, he shouldn't have asked it in the first place. So that's one reason why the Conservatives are useless, is because they will bow down and disappear and change leaders when they're not getting the way. Which is one thing. Obviously, you had all the issues during COVID and all the parties and what have you, which was absolutely ridiculous. And the fact they've all got away with it as well, pretty much. That's another scenario. obviously, the fact that Bojo got Brexit done, despite it not being exactly perfect, is another reason why people seem to hate the Conservatives as well, because they feel that Brexit shouldn't have happened and this, that and the other, but that's another conversation for another day. I mean, I voted to leave, but I voted on the basis that we should be able to stand on our own 2 feet as a nation and shouldn't have to rely on the EU to set our laws and stuff. You know, we're an island, for goodness sake. We should be able to patrol our own borders. However, we fail to do that as well. So, that's another argument again. We'll take the Australian model. But only let people in who've actually got a genuine reason to be here. But again, that's another argument. Ooh. Bear with me. I will reply to that before I carry on. I've missed a few comments there, so I'll just have a quick read before I Ah, that's interesting. So, somebody's been lurking in the stream. I really don't care. So, oh, for God's sake. Do you think any future government will do anything about the £2 fare scheme? No, that will be set in stone now until it ends. I don't think it will continue to get renewed. I mean, if it does, I'll be very surprised, but I think this will be the last time. I think by the end of the year, it'll be gone. So I don't expect it to get renewed for 2025. But who knows? It may do. It's one of them, really. It's working, but it's got to that point now where there's probably that many people using buses again. It's got to a point where can it be sustainable? And then it'd be like, well, maybe it can be as long as they make the buses more frequent. So right, I'm going to set the AI to do 1 when I can get this off the freaking fence. I think I'll get him to start in the middle somewhere. I'll move that plough out of the way in a moment. That's a thought. I'll do more oats. I think I'll do another field of oats, actually, in this one. So, yeah, I'll do that. Right, let's get that out of the way. Yeah, I was going to do a little bit more, so I will do a little bit more there. Only a little bit further down. And get it away from the edge. Seems like a certain Mr. Price has made reference to my said comments earlier about his channel. How in this thing should be able to pull that away from the wall or the fence? You know what, I'm going to take the easy way out and just paint the ground instead. Get over the fence for now. shoot, didn't want to do that. Well, I'll deal with that later. God's sake, I'm still holding it apparently. There you go. I'll deal with that some other time. Oh, yeah, it doesn't get rid of the what's underneath there though. Well, that'll go when you put something over the top of it, so. Also utilised it all. Space. So. He's put a message on Facebook and tagged me in it, which is quite funny. I mean, that's my opinion. You know, he's not growing as quickly as he should be doing. And ultimately, with the amount of content he pumps out, I'm not wrong in saying that. I mean, so try and get it closer to the edge if I can. One of them, really. I mean, that's my opinion, of course. Other people might say otherwise, but I mean, it's you know, it's his choice whether he wants to accept that comment. But to me, it's like, well, it's all about quality over quantity. So I'll leave that area there for purposes of parking vehicles when you need them. So right, get the other one now, and I think I'll do that myself. Right, I'm going to go with the edge here, start there, and then I'll work over there later. I think the AI may go, I don't know, he might go this way, to be fair. You know what? I think he may do, so I'm going to go the other end. Tempted to have a proper read of his comments. No, he's put it through Messenger, Andy, so you won't see it anyway. He's basically said that apparently he's had the best month this month, apparently, and that's his best month in like a year. And, I mean, it proves nothing. The fact is the amount of content he's got on the channel and the numbers don't add up. I mean, he should be a lot further forward than what he is. I think I've got about, I don't know, maybe an eighth of the amount of content he's got. Based off that alone, if the maths adds up, I would have more subscribers if I had that more content. So it's like, the maths don't add up. So, but, I mean, I don't know whether he's worked that out, but I've been looking at that and I'm thinking, where's his viewers? Where's his subscribers? They're nowhere. I mean, anyway, I need to change seed before I put the wrong thing down here. So, it'd also help if I lower the sodding thing. But it's just my opinion, based off what I can see in comparison. So, he's entitled to his own, of course, but look already. Lifted, didn't even realise. However, I'll sort that out. Hell, that didn't take him long. Send him up the other side now. Right. What I am actually tempted to do here, is maybe set the AI to do both. And then I do the rolling. That bit's going to need to be filled. I get it done a bit quicker. Oh, for God's sake, he's stuck. That's it. I'll wait to do a bit more before they... Is he stuck again? No. Before I start coming in with the roller. I'd rather do that because it means I can get the field done quicker. Super strength mod comes in handy, it does. Right, let's go and move him. Again. I might do the top actually, since the AI is useless when it comes to that. It's always quite funny. They don't fundamentally understand what to do when they see the top of a field. It's like they just don't have a clue what they're doing. It's funny. It's the end of having to do it yourself. Might as well do it yourself and then set it to do it again. What the hell's the AI done there? I don't know. I think I'll do that bit myself then. Well, he's gone so far down, and then I assume he's got stuck and then decided to reverse and then do that bit. I mean, what a mess that is. I'll go so far down and then I'll fill it all in. I'm just sitting here laughing. I don't know why. I think it's just hilarious. Then. Ah dear. Oh dear. Typical. Right. Psych. Ah, apparently disposable vapes are going to be banned. Feel free to have a chat about that if you want. Should have been banned years ago. Another thing the government are too slow on dealing with. Quite sure I'm going to do this. Basically, trying to work it out. May have to sort of do it sort of like that. Not going to get that bit in the corner. Never going to get that, so leave that. Right, we will now go down the edge, down there. Fill it in, since the AI is never going to do that. So. Still stuck. I don't think I'm going to go right to the fence. I'd like to, but I'm going to keep getting stuck. I'd like to get it done tonight if I can. Would move the fence a bit further back next time. Assuming there is a next time on this game, of course. I mean, depending on proceedings and when FS25 comes out, jumping on that. So, I'm going to fill that bit in. Come back and do that bit. It's not going to be quite wide enough. Frustratingly. But that's what it is. Will you do lime in this field? Yes. Well, probably not tonight. Might get it rolled, or at least part rolled. I think another thing that Terence isn't actually as thankful for as he probably should be is that if he didn't have me to look after his computer, he'd be in a lot of bother. I really don't think he appreciates that enough at times. Having said that, it's going to get to a point when I am ready, and in the next 2 or 3 weeks, hopefully to, well, definitely be 2 weeks, finish the course, and then the exam. I won't be able to keep doing it for nothing. As one could argue, is it could be a detriment, isn't it? For your time. So, and resources. So, eventually it'll get to a point where I have to charge for my services, I guess. Sadly, that would include towns as well. God's sake. This bit's going to be a nightmare to do. I might have to reverse to it. Reverse up to it. Bit on the end as well, and I'll do that corner. Hopefully I'll be out of the way of the AI. How to open your own business with IT related stuff, what would you call it? I don't know actually. I have thought about going freelance and opening my own business, but I really don't know. I mean, it's one of them. At this stage, it's probably easier and far more cost-effective, in a way, to go in and work somewhere else, whether that be in another business or how that would be done. I don't know. What kind of role it would be, again, is subject to what I can find. Stupid thing. But it's one of those really where jobs are endless in this industry. Everyone needs IT, so you'll find something. It's just a question of what and where. Really can't get this to sit straight at all at the moment. Right, I'll back up to it now. Having said that, I managed to get most of that done there. It's a bit frustrating in a way. Less so in another way. No, you never will be, Azza. That's why I chose it. Because, you know, the money's reasonable. Hours are generally reasonable. You know, you never stop learning, so it's sort of like, well, that's an advantage. Because if you go into like a support role, the chances are you're not going to be alone. You know, if you're not sure about something, somebody else is going to be able to figure it out or assist in figuring it out. So you never stop learning. You know, and it's one of those industries where you don't feel under pressure as such. You know, you don't feel as if, you know, you're going to have a bad day, because it's one of those industries where you don't know what's going to get thrown at you. So, and that's another reason why I like it. It would give me a good reason to get out of bed every day. You know, because you never know what one day and the next is going to bring you. Where in some industries it's the same old stuff day in, day out, and it just bores me. That's the reason why I left what I was doing before. I just got bored of it. There was no progression, and you know, it's got to a point where if I'm not progressing here, I can't afford to be sitting around getting rubbish wages for the rest of my life. Still not off enough. So I ended up having to do something, and that's what I've decided to do. Typical, missed a little bit there. Right, I'm going to back it in now. Had enough of faffing around there. How much money are you asking for fitting a CPU cooler? Well, I wouldn't charge stupidly expensive, but I do realise that I can't continue to offer my services for free. Because the fact is that particularly if I start going into and working into the industry, time's going to be precious. So it's sort of like, well, you know, one of somebody that me and Terence both know, who's a driver, I got fixed his computer before Christmas. I only charged him like 30 quid. You know, so even if it was like 30 quid just to fix it, needed a couple of parts, but I already had them on hand. They were spares anyway, so I wasn't particularly bothered about like giving them away, so to speak, because I didn't need them. So I was like, well, it's not as if I'm buying parts. I can't reverse this thing. Freaking toffee. I might just carry it back. Yeah, I might do it like that. So yeah, I wasn't particularly bothered, but if it gets to a point where somebody says, oh, can you build me a PC? I'll be like, sure, but you'd have to pay me for parts, pay me for labour, pay me, obviously, maybe time to fit it, you know. Why is this? Not moving. There we are. You know, so I can't just do it for now. But yeah, even towns, I think that it's got to a point now where I should charge towns for it. And other people I know have said the same. You know, you shouldn't be giving your services away free. And they're right. You know, at the end of the day, you go to an IT shop, they would charge you easily a few £100 to build a PC plus labour. And, well, time, you know. Probably a set amount, then labour, and then parts, testing, installation of Windows, that's an extra cost as well. You know, it's... And they're right, you know, and I've sort of put it off before now because whilst I've got the experience, I don't work in the industry, so it's like, well, it'd be like, in a way, it'd be like a bit cheeky, but now I'm getting to that point where I'm literally going to be in it in probably the next couple of months, depending on when the exams can be done. Yeah, you know, I think then would be the time to start doing that sort of thing. I find it easier to actually control this on the keyboard than the wheel. So, always in the right. Yeah, so I missed here. Is that Amazon Direct Drill? There's Kaufman. Not sure what you're referring to there, but welcome to the stream anyway. My Valentine's Day is sorted. Sit in the bath, hug a toaster, and anyway, that night will be shocking. I don't think you want to do that, Savage. Particularly not if it's plugged in. Right. Right again. Go to the left, you turn to the right. Right. Got that corner there. Got that bit over there to do. I'm going to back it up into this corner, finish that bit off. Yeah, I should be capable of finishing that bit off, so I'll have to go and check the top end, make sure they've filled it. Do that when I've done this bit. There's many people in the world to work for, they won't want work for free, don't do it, trust me, people will pay. Well, this is it, you know, I've got into that mindset now where it's classed as, it's cheeky if people want to get you to do stuff like that from out. It really is, you know. I enjoy doing it, don't get me wrong, that's the reason why I wouldn't charge an arm and a leg. You know, I charge what I feel is reasonable for my time, plus parts when needed. Get this freaking thing out of the way. Oh dear. That went well. Not. So it's all about that, having that balance, isn't it? Of what's reasonable. So I'll read Google's comments in a second. Trying to work out what he's referring to there. You literally wear black for 1 hour not being paid. Trying to work out what he means there. I think I know what he means. I think he's referring to that you should charge by the hour for labour, or something along them lines. For God's sake. One of these days, I'll be able to control this thing without hitting a fence. God, how close am I? Would also help if I turn the sodding thing on. I want to try and line it up so I can just drive it down again. These things are just not the most manoeuvrable. Yes. Yeah, I mean, a lot of places do that. But it's one of them really where, who knows, I mean, you could do that, but then it'd be like, well, would you lose business by charging per hour? I mean, I guess not. I mean, most other places do that whenever you're getting somebody in with a boiler fix, you know, whatever. Various different things out there you can think about. The charge labour per hour. Body shops, when you fix your car, they do it. I know that because I used to work in the industry. That sort of thing. So there's quite a lot out there that do. And mate, did you see the FedEx truck doing bold driving by parking on the wrong side of the road in the Florida neighbourhood in the truck chat? Yeah, I did see that. Oh, drove into the fence. Welcome to the stream anyway, Ace. Hope you're well. Come on. Oh, that's that bit done. Check the top end now. Could ever see myself parking on the wrong side of the road. It's a bold move. Well, people do. I mean, I don't agree with it. You should only be allowed to park on the side of the road that you're facing. You shouldn't be allowed to cross a lane of traffic to park. I think it should be illegal, but in quite a lot of places it ain't, and I never understand why. The amount of people that do it in the UK, it's insane. I mean, I just don't agree with it at all. It's dangerous. Now, if you're crossing a line of traffic on a main road anyway, if it's a residential area, it's not really a problem, but if it's a main road, you should definitely not do it. Yeah, it looks like the AI's done a good job here. We've actually filled it all in. So, right, we're finished with the seeders. So, I'll fold it up out the field. Andrew's had that deer plan based on reps. How annoying. You never know what's going to pop up on rail replacements. One of them things, isn't it? You know. Got to be in the right place at the right time. If you're not, tough. Nice, I think I'll start rolling the field. Get the AI to do one. And then I'll start, and then I'll probably finish it next stream. And then we'll get lime in the field. Give us a path. There. Oh, that's clean. I still need it, lol. What's worse, even Towns has done it. Well, I wouldn't have done it, but I'm not particularly bothered about coaches anyway, for the most part. I mean, you get them, you get them. You don't, you don't. Same with buses, really. I mean, I'm never going to get everything. Don't have the time nor need, really. Thankfully we don't have traffic. I've turned it off on this game now with it being so annoying. So I'll just leave these parked in, it's not going to cause a problem. Right, and you'll get the AI to start some rolling. Let's start over there. That was close. Oh. Roll again. Yeah, good there. Straighten it up a little bit. Right, the AI to start on that. I'll go pick up one myself. He's back. Some people are not happy about this stream. Yeah, I believe so, Gorgel. I'm not surprised. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Got the X button there. I'm assuming comments are being put in somewhere I can view, but one of them. I've realised that looking at the stats and what the stats are showing in terms of views and watch time, that FS22 is picking up a hell of a lot. So I'm thinking on my feet. Thinking, well, it might annoy some people that ATS hasn't been streamed. At the end of the day, I've got to react to what the market's saying. And the market seems to suggest that this is doing well at the moment. I'm like, well, whilst I didn't want to stream it last night because I wanted to play CS2 because I haven't played it this year yet, at least I don't think I have, or I can't recall playing it this year, played ATS, so I'm thinking, well, I've got a bit more time for that. I can do that on Tuesday, get it finished. I'll do it Tuesday. So what I might do is I might stream it for like an hour, finish off what I need to do, and then come on Farming Simulator, do a double stream. Do it that way. A roller somewhere, haven't we? Is it? So, that's what I've just left. That's that thing. The train, the tractors, trailers. Sorry. Train. Oh, we've got other ones up there somewhere. What have we done with them? Ah, here they are. Just remembered then where they were. Did you also say on Terrence's Discord, General, of the Florida biker with a helmet that agreed to catch me? No, I've not seen that yet. And the Florida biker, the FedEx truck, is from SimSteve's, or the Hong Kong Clinical and O News 6. Ah, okay, so it's a local station to you then, I assume. Right, I think I'll roll the field for about 15-20 minutes, and then if I'm not done, then I'll finish it off in the next stream. AI's probably done one side already, or one stretch, so... Don't worry, Gorg, I'll have a read of the chat later. I mean, it's one of them, people are entitled to their opinions, but as far as I'm concerned, Kraz has started something here, so... Well, it seems that way anyway, so... At the end of the day, whilst there is a schedule, I've got every right, if I want to change what I play. I mean, whether people do like it or not, ultimately. I mean, it's not... I don't tend to like deviating from it, but it's one of those where I've reacted to the fact this is picking up. So, I mean, from next week onwards, there's going to be no reason to change it because I'd be having enough Farming Simulator content to probably get to a point where I do want to play other stuff as well. But for now, just reacting to what's going on. So, start at the other end. Actually, I'll start over here. Up there. It's one of them. People may like it, people might not. I mean, it's up to individuals to decide. Some people might enjoy the fact that I changed the stream, other people won't. That's what it is. Fortunately, you're in an industry here where people like certain things and other people don't. It is what it is. To make this wider. I knew that wasn't going to be wide enough. Oh dear. Right. I'll come back to finish that bit off properly. Just make a start up here. Try and avoid hitting the fence. I don't know, but it'll blow over. I'll have a read of it later. I'm not particularly bothered about where I'll get to put, but it's one of those. I mean, ultimately, yeah, people do have a point. They have a right to choose what they say. I know Brett made a comment in Discord last night that, you know, the schedule would be followed, and he was right to put that. At the end of the day, you're not going to please everyone, and you never will. So I don't worry about it anymore. I mean, it's up to individuals to make the decision what they want to do, what they put. I'm not worried about it. It'll blow over in about a week. Probably not even that. I mean, once people have realised that, you know, it gets to a point where the schedule does get followed, they'll soon forget about it and move on. I have to fault this in order to get it round, which would be very frustrating, but I mean, it is what it is. Generally, I would say it probably isn't a good idea to change the schedule a lot, but I don't think it's a big deal either. It's your channel at the end of the day. Well, this is the thing. I mean, I post a schedule because I feel that it's a good thing to do. But it's one of those where what you've got to react to is if, I don't know, say if a new DLC came out for ATS next week and it was that short notice in terms of release date, nobody knew about it, then you'd be like, well, it's worth changing the schedule because people are going to be attracted to it. It's the same scenario. I mean, when that happens, which does happen, you know, you do see it quite often with some games coming out at like last minute and people don't know about it. It does happen. Then you're like, well, if I don't do that, I'm an idiot because then I'm possibly losing views to other people. So it's one of those where I've done it in this scenario because I see that this is picking up a lot of interest. Which, to me, is, for a channel my size, it makes sense. Because it means you grow quicker. It means that you're likely to get more views, more watch time. It'd be daft of me not to. So, at the end of the day, I could just go completely overboard and not bother putting a schedule, and then just stream when I want, whatever I want. Which would then be like, well, if I do that, then I'm sort of like, well, then I'll just be getting questions in the general chat all the time about, oh, am I streaming today? If so, what am I streaming? What time are you streaming? That's the reason for the schedule also. It's 6 of one, half dozen of the other, really. Having said that, I do still get people who ask. So, I mean, I can't win in that regard either. Yeah, problem with that, Google, is it's too early for me. What I've got to think about is the future. The reason why I kept streaming at this time, even when I was out of work, even though I still am, but I won't be for much longer, all being well, is because of the fact is that's what works for me, and that's what works for my lifestyle. If I started streaming at 6 o'clock all the time and then stopped doing that, then it'd be like, well, why bother starting it in the first place? You know, it's having that balance where I know that I can stream because I know that I won't be working at those times. Obviously, it's a bit of an unknown going into a new job because you might be asked to work evenings, in which case then it'd be like, well, cross that bridge when it happens. But it's one of them. I have my reasons for it, and it just made more sense to keep it as it was, which I guess, you know, some people would argue is a bit late to start a stream, but to me 6 o'clock is an okay time, but you're probably going to be competing with a lot of other people as well. So the later streams are probably a little bit more, they're more for your adult audiences, and they're also for sort of some American audiences as well, because you're starting that bit later. So, well, yeah, I always eat around that sort of time, Google, because that's what works for me. I don't eat late. The reason why I don't eat late is because it gives me no end of trouble. Or it can do. Sometimes it can give me indigestion. Doesn't all the time. Sometimes it does. So I've sort of learnt now, the earlier I eat, the better it is for me. And that's what works. You know, everyone's different. You know, Terence can stream that early because he doesn't work. So it makes a difference. He's got that availability because of the fact is he can. So, but for me, that won't work. Or it wouldn't do long term. It could at like weekends, or if I was ever off work on a holiday or something, that'd be different. But even then, it wouldn't be worth sticking to it permanently. May do it on the odd occasion. So it's all about what works for the individual. Because I have had people ask that question before, why you don't stream earlier, and I'm like, well, it doesn't work for me. So unfortunately, I wouldn't do it. If it did work for me, then I would. So just trying to assess that little bit there. Definitely going to quite get into that corner. I might just leave that bit and not bother with it. So, right, go to the next one. Might get this finished, to be fair. I mean, it's like the AI is about halfway up. Typical, missed a bit there. 7 likes, yeah. I don't get the likes on OBS with the restream chat. It's annoying. I don't tend to mention them as much anymore, but a big thank you to everyone that has liked the stream. What I should do at the end is leave a comment. I'll go onto YouTube before we end the stream and then leave a comment on how many likes there's been. I might do that, to be fair. But it's one of those, I mean, you know. Who knows? You know, I might find myself in this industry and it might get to a point where I can stream earlier. If I work like 8-4 or something, it might work for me to stream at like 6 o'clock. But it all depends where the job is as well. That's all going to have a big bearing on things. If I can get a job around here, in the same town I live, I'd be home within like 20 minutes. So 25 minutes, 30 minutes at most, depending where it was. If I have to go a little bit further afield, that can make a little bit of difference. Not too much around here. I mean, we are quite lucky here. And then obviously when I do start driving, it become irrelevant anyway, depending on where I work. If I work in Liverpool, then I'd still drive to probably Hoot and get the train into Liverpool. Parking there is crazy and expensive as well. So it would make more sense to do that, but you'd still get home reasonably quick. So it all depends really where it is. I'll never say never, but for now that's what works for me. So probably have to come back and do that a little bit. A bit annoying, but it is what it is. I do like this tractor, to be fair. Why are you impressed, Goggle? I forgot to ask you before. Assuming you're still here. It'd be funny if people who complain about FS22 if they don't tune into ATS or ETS or F1. Well, it's up to individuals, Borgle. I mean, at the end of the day, you know. I say it's got to that point in my life where, you know, I sort of decide, if I decide to change things or decide to do something a little bit different, you know, that's my choosing to do so. You know, whilst it may annoy people, at the end of the day, you know, it's one of those. That's a bit frustrating. I'll let him do that a little bit. I need to do that bit there. He'll probably say he's completed now, chances are. Yeah. No, he isn't actually. That I was quite surprised by. If he's gonna, what's he gonna do here? Is he gonna go and do that bit behind me? Yeah, he's chosen the lazy way out. Okay. Well, in that scenario, what he will do is I'll move him out of the way. Road. Finish that bit and then I'll go to the top and then that should be done. So I've got it done tonight. Yeah, I make it. I was going to say something else then. It always makes me laugh when it says it's been blocked by an object and then you think, well, that's me. I'm not an object. So I assume that's the only coding language they've got for it, so you just say it's an object. Yeah, he's already on my server, I think. Borgle. Sure he is. I think he is, anyway. gonna have to fold it, aren't I think. A little bit there that's somehow not been done. Right. There's a little bit there as well. Yeah, there is. I saw that then. Ah, he mustn't be then. I thought he was. Okay, got to that top end. Do that little final bit, and then we'll be done for tonight. Big thank you to everyone that's tuned in as always. Even if you weren't expecting a FS22 stream, you've been brought one. And reassure you that I will finish ATS on Tuesday. Even if it means it is only an hour stream for that, and then I come to FS22 after. Should be able to see it. There it is. $360 sub for the next one. How have I missed that bit? Just rolled over it. There you go. Let's caught it this time. And we are done. Big thank you, as I say, for everyone that has tuned into tonight's stream. Everyone enjoyed that. If you are new here and do want to follow me on Kick, make sure you give me a follow. If you are on YouTube and you're not subscribed, do want to see more content from me, feel free to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell, and you'll be notified when I go live with any future content as well. I won't be live tomorrow evening. I do have other plans for tomorrow, which involves me taking a bowling ball and bowling 10 pins down a lane, hopefully with several strikes, with a bit of luck. But apart from that, I have nothing else planned. So yeah, I'll see you all guys on Tuesday, and I will be posting my stream schedule shortly. Till next one, guys, thanks for tuning in, and hope everyone has a good rest of the Sunday, depending where you are in the world, or Monday, if you're already in Europe and further east. Oh dear.